Alex, and today I'm going to show you how to make a chicken coop. For this project, you're going to need the following. First, let's cut our boards. You will need the following cuts: 4 6-inch boards, 13 28.5-inch boards, 4 35.5-inch boards. All the boards we are using in this project is treated 1x4s, except 2 1x6s. Now we will need to Craig all the 28.5-inch boards on both sides and the 35.5-inch boards down one side. Now we're going to start building the frame for a chicken coop. We're going to build both of our long sides first. You will need to measure 30 inches at the end of each 6-inch board. Now using your 28.5-inch boards, you will put one on the end, one on the inside of the 30-inch mark, and one on the other end. Now grab the 35.5-inch boards, attach one to the end, and then one on the center board closer to the long gap. Once you have both walls built, you will use the 28.5-inch boards to connect the two, giving you the main frame for this build. On the center wall, you will stack 2 of the 28.5-inch boards on top of each other. Now you will need to make the following cuts: 4 boards at 45 inches long, 2 boards at 27 inches long, 3 boards at 16.5 inches long, 1 board at 8 3/8 inches long, 2 boards at 10 3/8 inches long, and 2 boards at 16.5 inches long. Now change your saw angle to 15 degrees and cut the following: 2 boards at 13 inches from the point of the angle to the flat of the board, 2 boards at 16 3/8 inch to the point, and the last will be angled on both ends at 10 3/8 inches long. Next, you're going to Craig 2 holes on both sides of the following boards you just cut: the 45-inch boards, the 27-inch boards, the 8 3/8 inch board, the 10 3/8 inch board, and all 4 boards that have an angled cut. Once they are cragged, we are going to attach them, making our nesting box. The first pieces you want to attach are the 45-inch long boards. They will go with the inside wall and stick out past the outside wall. Once you have the 2 outer boards attached, find your center and attach the center 45-inch board. Now attach your angled boards to your long boards, with the longer board closest to the coop. Once you have them attached, connect the 28.5-inch boards on the top of each of the angled boards, going from side to side. Then attach the 27-inch boards between each angled board, going from side to side. Now attach the 8 3/8 inch board on the end. From here, you will attach the boards that go from the front to the back. Attach the 2 sets of angled boards to each other. Last, scab on the 2 16.5-inch boards to the inside of the outer long floor boards. Our nesting floor will sit on this. Now we're going to get ready to attach the roof. First, we will cut 2 boards, one at 28 1/4 and one at 41 1/4. Now make a few marks on the inside of your coop 1.5 inches from the top. You will now attach the 2 boards you cut, with the bottom of the boards being at those lines. Next, we are going to cut 7 boards with a 4-degree angle on both sides at 35 inches long and Craig both sides. These will attach from the front to the back, 4 in the open air side and 3 in the housing side. Now that we've got our frame finished, we're going to work on the doors, the walls, and the roof. We will start out by cutting our pieces for the side door on the open air section of the coop. We are going to cut 2 boards at 28 1/4 inches and 2 boards at 21 inches. We will Craig the 21-inch boards on both sides. Now attach the 2 smaller boards to the 2 longer ones, creating a door for the side gap. Now attach hinges and your latch. Now we're going to make our next door by cutting 6 boards at 28 1/4 and 2 boards at 22 5/8. The short boards will run horizontally on the top and bottom of the door with an overhang. When you lay out the 6 boards on the top of these boards, you will leave a small gap between each, allowing airflow. Now screw the 6 boards into the 2 underneath. We left a 1-inch overhang for ours. Now attach your hinges and your latch. Our last 2 doors are for the nesting box, so we can pull the eggs out. We will need to cut 6 boards at 8 1/4 long and 4 boards at 10 inches long. To build these doors, we will lay out 3 of the 8 1/4 inch long boards per door, with the span from outside to outside being 11 1/2 inches long. Next, we will cover the gaps with the 10-inch boards. Once you have them screwed in, go ahead and attach your hinges and your latches. Now we're going to cut and attach our 1x6 trim to the top of the coop. Eventually our roof will butt up to these trim pieces. We will make 3 cuts, 1 at 6 inches and 2 at 36 1/2 inches. Attach these from the inside of the coop. The width of these trim pieces may vary if you're using a smaller type of roofing. Next, we're going to rip and install the interior walls for the building side of the coop. You need to cut all 5 pieces to be able to screw to the inside of the frame covering the gaps. The wall that leads to the open air area needs to have a door cut out of it. We will do a 12-inch by 12-inch door cut out in the center. With the walls installed, go ahead and cut a piece of OSB for the nesting box floor. Once we have that finished, we're going to go ahead and attach our wire around the open air area and on the outside of the door. We're going to use a staple gun to attach. Now let's go ahead and cut and attach your roof. Make sure to follow the manufacturer recommendations for whatever type of roof you are installing, which may vary depending on what is available in your area. Alright guys, what would you like to see us build next? Make sure you let us know in the comments below and subscribe to Rated Red's YouTube channel. I'm Amanda Mertz.